recording.
You already know I got the flow. You already know I got the glow. You already know I got the dough. You already know I got the show. You already know.
That's what I've been trying to do. I just been going. I actually been finding the last drop down these producers on BeatStars and bought the beat
You already know I got the dough.
The next step is gonna be finding a looper, and I'm gonna be making the beats.
You already know I come with it. I got the shine that permeates and fills pigments. I am the magic grass, the gold snitch and Quidditch. My greatest enemy is a figment of my imagination. Critique concentration, develop dedication, expand elevation, losing motivations, visual vibrations, no heavy hesitations. I'm in the field on vacation. Pay my dues, check the bank statement. Putting miles on the pavement. What I consume needs replacement. Amused by the ancient, belligerent and blatant. Sleep on me, I put smallpox and wool blankets. I'm the fire god, call me Luke. My swag on with just a shoestring. I can manipulate your mood ring. Truer than 2 chains. You lame, is that your boo thing? On my new thing. You already know I got the flow. You already know I got the glow. You already know I got the dough. You already know I got the show.
Get gassed up.
You already know I got the flow. You already know I got the glow. You already know I got the dough. You already know I got the show. You already know.
You know. How old am I?
Yeah, I feel like this, the other one, and Never Again.
Yeah, never again.
They're all a whole vibe.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of going for, pretty much. I think this is the sound I'm trying to get, and then that's why I don't know. I'm just gonna make a bunch of music that sounds like this, and then when I get a bunch of it, you know what I mean, we'll see what it is, and then I'll call it something because I got a million ideas. But anyway. Harmon Warhol Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Harmon Warhol bringing another episode of the Harmon Warhol Show, and I have good morning, actually. Yeah, did I say good morning or good evening, good afternoon?
It's good afternoon. I think you said it.
Oh yeah, but either way, it's around noon. We got it in early right now. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for doing that. 'Cause I'm going camping. She's going to San Diego. I don't want to tell all everybody's business and everything. But I have a special guest, someone who's motivating me to even do more of these, even with more sincerity and the same type of energy that I started with. A new boost of energy. I would say that she's also a coach, personal trainer. She's a student as well.
State, go Hornets.
Okay.
Fingers up.
Okay, that's what's up. Margarita.
Hi.
Actually, a talking Margarita.
At a talking Margarita.
Okay,
Yep,
it'll be up there. It'll be up there. Don't worry. So how you doing? What's good?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm gonna be honest and be like I'm not the best, but I'm doing better. Yeah, this is a better day.
This quarantine has been rough.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's rough for everybody right now. So we just gotta stick together and be happy, loving people.
What do you mean by a way of stick together? Like just to go deeper into that.
Oh, we could get
What
into that.
what does stick together mean to you? What would, or at least encompass?
Just be compassionate and understanding, and also when I say stick together, is to pull our heads out of our asses and remind ourselves like we're not the only one. Because I know a lot of us at times we feel like it's just us, or we're by ourselves, or it's just you going through it, but we're all going through it.
Yeah, we're all hurt. Yeah.
So we just need to be there for each other and remind ourselves like, hey, they need you, you need you, like. Just fucking keep going.
Like you said, you need you. Nigga, you need you.
For real. Like, just keep going.
Yeah. And so sometimes in my mind, just going through my life, sometimes I get so frustrated with some of those things because even my dad, he's a very motivational guy and everything, talk to him. it gets cliche sometimes, you know what I mean? And I feel like the toughest part really is having people like that to remind you of those things, and then it's up to you to try to innovate and create new ways to keep yourself in that mindset, you know what I mean? And that's where I have trouble sometimes. Because I'm just like, I get bored easy, but I know I can switch it up. I just let it get to me sometimes where I'm like, you know, like I was telling you, like with the podcast or whatever, and then I'm like, I just want to do music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, so.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta vibe and don't put rules on everything. Just live your life day to day. Each moment is a new moment to be better. Going off what you mentioned about your dad, like, right now, I think it's super essential that we have conversations with the people around us. The conversations that we don't necessarily want to talk about, but the ones that are going to heal us the most.
Yeah, definitely.
That for sure. And then staying motivated. That's been really hard for me. I have been, oh my gosh, really disappointed with myself with the way I use my time.
Would you say that your motivation, like bar level or whatever, is like at a different like frequency or scale compared to others? Because I feel like the same way. Like, let's not even use like just like how I look at like the way you look at cleaning or something. Something to my dad needs way more cleaning than to me. Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
so same thing
right.
with you. Like your motivation, you're like, man, I'm really down on myself. I haven't been motivated, and then like people be like, wait, but what'd you do? And you're saying like, I did this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a slippery slope to compare yourself to others, first of all, you know.
Yeah.
You know when you're being your best self.
Yeah.
You know when you could do more. And it doesn't have to be the way your dad likes it. It just has to be the way that you like it, the way that you know is how you need
it's
it.
going to be the way I want it.
Because, well, not if you're living, not if, you know.
No, this is how we do, bro.
Sorry, Dad. He doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean that.
Nah, man, see me in the living room, cuz. Go ahead. Look here.
I feel, where was I going with that?
Yeah, no, it's just understanding other people's plight is somebody else's thing. That's on them. And to be real with yourself.
Yeah, just be real with yourself.
But like
me personally,
my fat's different than other people's fat. Like I feel fat right now, but people are like, "Oh my God, you're not fat." You know what I mean?
But we're all in different places in life, and we're all walking a different story, and so that's why you have to remind yourself, like, if it's not like somebody else's, that's okay, because this is me, and this is how I have to be, and I have to be real with myself. If I want to be better, then I know what I have to do. If I don't know what I have to do, then I gotta find out what I have to do, you know, so take the time to do that. But like me personally, I guess just, it's not that I haven't been doing nothing or anything. I have been doing things, so kind of going off your question of like how I gauge myself.
Gauge, that's a good word.
I just know that I could be doing more. And I actually took like 2 months off of all social media, which I only really use Instagram anyways, but I just was like, I deleted the app. And I just would log in on my computer just to see if anybody DM'd me, and that was it. But I took 2 months off of that, and I just like grew so much and spiritually, and I just was able to really find a center that I could always come back to in any situation. If I'm anxious, because I have anxiety like crazy.
I do too.
Like I will just like lay in bed, not do anything, because I'm like literally like paralyzed, like okay, what do I do first? It's just too much going on in my head, so I have to find that center to be like, you know, here and now. Let's just take one step at a time, slow it the fuck down. That's okay to slow it down, and I think I've just slowed it down hella. I've just been like
to overcompensate for something, or maybe even just to like
just
make
stop
it,
and think though. And I get stuck in my head sometimes, like a lot of times, but I've just used this time to just think, you know, about everything that's going on.
Goes to another tangent.
And
tangent.
Yeah, for sure. But I think that's healthy, because if you don't stop and you just go, you're gonna end up somewhere being someone that you don't even know. You know, like, where the fuck am I? Who the fuck am I?
That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of that. Sometimes I want to, like, I'm so stuck in my regular routine in life that I want to do something dramatic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to see, not even just to get me like to get my
to just get something going.
Like, yeah, just to be like something different, and maybe this will get me more into what I want and feel.
Yeah.
And you want to do that too to a degree, but you don't want to do something so much where it's drastic and it sets you back even more. So you're trying to make smart moves, but you got to sacrifice and bet on yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
you got to be patient. You got to slow things down.
Yeah, so catch me camping in the forest. I'm gonna live off the land for 6 months.
Moving slow.
Moving out into the woods, son, building a cabin.
Hell yeah.
Catch me on the lake.
Catch him on the lake. You gonna fish?
I'm gonna learn because I eat a lot of fish. I just think it's just like, man, I'd rather just rap.
You can do both.
I can.
Fishing is so bomb.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
You gotta get some. Well,
I gotta get anything I do. I have to get with some people who are about it first, so I can kind of go off them and see how they do it, so then I can start doing it myself.
Come fishing with me and Jay. Have you ever like fished at all?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, like 3 times.
Okay, well, did you like just let it chill in the water?
I was really young.
Oh, see, you don't even know. It could be really fun. Okay. And then when you get a fish and you're like fighting with it.
Why'd you get like extra with these like when you get niggas?
Because that's what gets you coming back. Like I'm telling you, once you got fight with the fish.
Yeah, I had only one. I caught one little ass fish, and then like everybody, a couple other people actually caught like some cool. Like once I caught like a little baby one, had to throw that shit back, and then fucking this other dude caught like a cool one, and then one dude caught a big one, and put it. And I was just like, all right, that's cool.
Yep,
You know what I mean? I'm like, what was like? Did these fish know? Like I wasn't doing it right. I wasn't waving. Like
it's okay. It's okay. You know, you have your good days and your bad days.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. But how the fuck we get over here, nigga? Oh yeah, because I'm out in the woods and you said anxiety, get your mind clear, and that's why doing things, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
So you personal train people? Or you still do that? Are you still on that?
Well, no, I don't train people anymore. I did go get my personal training cert and everything, but I did that just for a summer.
Yeah.
Tried it out, tested the waters. It wasn't a bad experience. It was a good experience. It was a positive experience, but I just was like, I don't think this is for me.
Yeah, I've come to, I don't know what I want to do, but I know what I don't want to do. I think I made that pretty clear how I am and like know what's up with me and myself and what I found out. I really realized
that's important.
I don't want to
do.
But I actually sold personal training, kind of trained some people when I was in Florida living out there. And I thought this was going to be dope because I was getting in hella good shape too because I was at the gym all the time.
Yeah.
But then I was just training people, keeping up with it and stuff. And it wasn't like every experience was bad because some of it was good, but it was just so much work to keep interest in other people's well-being.
Yes, to keep people motivated in their own well-being is very hard.
And that was the whole thing with me. I was just like, hey, bro, I like telling people how to work out, trying to help people. But the thing is, like, the way my mind's set up and it's calloused because I was raised a certain way, the way these, like,
shots fired.
No, just people in general. I even tell my friends this, like, whoever. I was just like, bro, like, this isn't on accident, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I worked hard. I'm real, like I always study, so I'm real with myself. It's just how I look at working out. I use it a lot of time as fun and interesting and to help me with my anxiety and stress and everything. If I get a good workout in, I know there's like a 70-80% chance I'm going to have a good-ass day, the rest of the day because I feel good. But I just was like, wow, it's so hard to care about like other people getting up and going. I'm like, fuck, if they don't want to show up, then don't show up. Just make sure I get my money. But then it gets all, you can't, and then you feel kind of disingenuous, you know what I mean? If it just becomes about money, because you really want it to be about like, helping people out and helping people get to like where they want to be and goals and
Absolutely. Shit. And it's hard because it's like you have this plan that you set up and you make for someone to follow so that, it only works if you do the plan, and then they don't want to do the plan, but they want the results. And it's like, how do I...
Yeah, and that's an art. It's an art to it.
There's an art to it, and then there's like a level of accountability that someone has to have for their own self.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Ideally, if I could do any type of training, I would like to do like sports training on like a football team or something, and just like tell some beastie ass dudes what to do.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Because I love intense, heavy training.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Why do you like it so much?
Because it takes you to a place of growth.
Yeah.
In every way.
Like
mentally, physically, emotionally. There's times, you have a good ass workout and you just start crying.
Damn.
And it's just It's a beautiful thing.
Tell me, did you start crying when you did that?
Well, it's usually only on leg days because
it's really only on leg days. That's when you be crying.
Because that's when I go the hardest.
Oh man.
But no, it's
them glutes, son. I'm trying to get that because I'm trying to get that teardrop booty.
What?
A comedian, there's different types of butts. Teardrop, yeah, it's like a tear almost, like.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, one be like an onion, you know what I mean? Because it makes you want to drop a tear. But anyway.
Okay.
But so on as well. Crying on glute. Yeah, crying on leg day.
Crying on leg day. Just I get emotional, but there's a certain release like that comes with doing your heavy set for as many reps as you could do. Afterwards, you're just like, you get that weight off your back and you're like, damn, I just did that. And then everything else starts to come up too. And it's just like this, I don't know, it just makes me emotional. I'm like proud of myself, and then I'm thinking of other things that I'm like, you can do.
That
like,
weight becomes, that physical weight is a symbol of all your emotional weight probably as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just feel it coming up and coming off, and it's just like, cool.
Yo, that was bars about bars, nigga.
Bars on bars.
That was hilarious, man. Another thing I brought up earlier too. So like, just with like fitness and everything, you're a fit chick, you know. Oh shit! She came out, bro.
I was waiting. I was ready.
Yeah. So, do you ever like sometimes I was saying how you're being perceived and stuff to like go extra hard or do more, or, like, you know, like I was bringing you like I brought up that example earlier on like when I was playing baseball, I was really in shape and working out every day, you know what I mean? But then, like, you know, I'd go to the grocery store, someone seeing me, like, in the middle of the night grabbing, like, frozen pizzas and, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and people are like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? I thought you were, like, Mr. Fitness and Health. I'm like, yeah, not every day. Like, you know what I mean? Do you ever experience that pressure or that perspective?
Yeah, I of course I have, and, you know, people feel like they could question what you eat even more because of, you know, the exterior and everything. But it's like, at the end of the day, I was raised on an American diet like any other freaking kid that I knew around me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm still going to have those cravings. I'm still going to want that food.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's just how often you eat it and how much you eat.
That's how I feel. Because, I mean, for real, like, honestly, really at the beginning of the day, I'm pretty good. You know what I mean? I maybe have, like, some coffee and, like, a breakfast sandwich, but I'll eat some fruit. And then I'm like, rice, fish, I eat hella fish. And then it's just sometimes at night, depending when I got the munchies, I'm like, oh, we going to McDonald's, nigga. Like,
I have those days,
I mean?
I have those nights.
I'm not a big ice cream person. What would be your cheat meal? What's Margarita's cheat meal? I'm sure some people want to know.
Okay, so I would say though, my palate overall has changed just from eating like clean foods altogether throughout the day. I don't crave as bad of food as I used to. So I feel like my cheat meal can be crazy, but for the most part, it's not. Like, I just love sushi.
Yeah, sushi's dope.
Love In-N-Out.
Okay, yeah.
Fire.
I do that too sometimes. I do at least like once or twice a year where I'm like, all right, we're going ham on In-N-Out. Like, yeah.
I just had In-N-Out like 2 days ago, actually. So,
swag, that's what's up.
Pizza.
Carb up, bro.
Yep. Gotta have pizza in my life.
Yeah.
I love pizza. I don't know. Right now I've been eating a lot of chocolate rice cakes at night because I got a sweet tooth, so I just munch on those, and I love seaweed.
Yeah.
It's so good. Everyone says it's disgusting. If you like seaweed, please comment and like let's form a support group because there's not enough people who like seaweed. But yeah, I love it. Seaweed support group.
Trying to create a seaweed support group. That's good. Seaweed support group. SSG.
Comment SSG.
Seaweed. I like the taste. It's unfulfilling for me. You know what I'm saying? But like same thing with kale chips. I got into kale chips heavy, and I'm like, man, I need more. I need something else.
But I don't know. I'll eat whatever. Yeah. It's food kind of isn't as satisfying though lately.
Really? Oh no, I can eat salmon every day, so I'm just like a weirdo.
Really?
Like salmon,
fish every day?
salmon and Brussels sprouts.
I'm on chicken and rice. Blah.
Yeah, I used to go chicken and rice heavy, but I enjoy fish honestly, and it's actually easier on my digestive system.
How do you make it?
My dad makes it. He meal preps it. So the only time I cook is every now and then, for real.
Damn.
Yeah, he just meal preps already. and then he just like feels bad if he doesn't cook for me too.
Aww.
And I'm just like, I literally tell him like, you don't have to do that. Like I could just get my own food. He goes, no, man, because I'm already doing it. I got
That's
enough.
so nice.
And so yeah.
That's hella nice.
No, but he's already doing it though. It's not that hard.
So do you
No,
ever
I'm
do it for him?
I'm kidding. He's very particular. That's why I don't. He's very particular about his food and how it's prepared. And whenever you're cooking and he's there, he's like looking over your shoulder.
He's type A personality.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, no way. How about you just cook all the time? Because I don't like all this pressure. Like, it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I cook some breakfast or something, but that's about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get down with the breakfast.
What do you make for breakfast?
Just eggs, you know what I mean? Toast, grits, you know what I mean? Usually my favorite thing ever is putting pizza in the oven from last night and then cook 2 eggs and put it on 3 slices of pizza.
Eggs on your pizza?
Yeah, in the morning. And
I've
then
never
I
heard
just
that.
cut it, or like an enchilada, you know what I mean?
You just like let the yolk drizzle all over
Yeah,
it?
over easy, because I pretty much just cook it till it gets kind of firm, just enough to flip, and then I flip it over, and then I turn off the thing, but I leave it on there, and then let my food warm up.
I think I'm gonna try that.
Put it on, especially like when you put the pizza from last night in the oven again, like it gets hella crispy, like hella nice. Yeah, it's like, damn,
I gotta
bitch,
try
where's
that.
the mimosas? I got pizza brunch. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. My name's Margarita, and because my name's so different, I need a different answer.
Exactly.
My name's Michael with a Y. I try to do the most simple things now.
Michael with a Y.
Yeah, Michael with a Y. But if you know you're in Stockton when...
Why did you do that?
I'll put you on blast right now in front of everybody. She wanted to say with the nigga with the fucking cart on his head, and then I just made her second guess herself.
Because he was like, everyone says
I
that.
didn't say everyone. I said there's people who say that. Or maybe I did say everyone. I'll take the hit for that one. But anyway, I didn't tell her not to say it. I was just thinking like, yeah.
That's what that translated to in my head.
Man, bro.
Don't say that.
Be your own person.
Exactly. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord? Oh, Lord?
Lordy. You know you're in Stockton when... Shoot.
When you be smelling all these niggas who's
Yeah,
hot.
when it's Dankin and
Yeah.
Ross.
Yeah.
And your little sister's like, why does it smell like that? God.
You just like don't know what to say really.
I'm like,
He just came
because
from-
someone is Dankin, Zainab.
That's her name?
That's her name, Zainab. We call
Oh,
her
Zaina.
Z.
I thought you said Dana.
No, Zainab.
Oh, okay, because you're just like Dankin Dana.
Here we go with the alliteration again.
I mean, I'm an artist.
You got to.
Syllables. So, you like going to concerts?
Well, yeah.
Have you been to like many concerts?
Not many. I've seen Alicia Keys,
shit.
Kendrick Lamar,
Those are-
Russ, and Miguel.
Those are heavy names right there. Those are big right there.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Who was probably one of your, or let's not even say who was your favorite, out of the experiences, what was one of the better experiences at their festival or concert or whatever?
I think honestly Miguel was like the best
Miguel.
performer I saw.
Yeah.
He was the most engaging and turned up.
Yeah.
Like Russ, he was unacceptable.
What?
He showed up hella late, like 40 minutes late.
That's not too bad. Erykah Badu does that.
Okay, but at least when she comes out, she looks bomb. No
Yeah,
offense, but
I mean,
this
Erykah
dude
Badu's
looked like
Erykah
he
Badu.
straight up just woke up.
I mean, Erykah Badu, you can technically say that. You know what I mean? Like, maybe because she's so creative, she just wakes up with all that crazy shit on. You know what I mean?
What?
I don't know.
Russ is happy right now because you got his back.
I'm not.
But
I'm just
this
saying.
dude-
Anybody, I just try not to judge people because I've like had like people like do stuff on
Okay.
stage like fucked up, and like Raekwon the Chef from Wu-Tang, people booed his ass hella bad because he forgot where he was because he was all drunk.
Oh my god.
He was like, we're in San Francisco. He's like, LA, what's up? And I was like, oh, bro, that's the worst thing you can say.
Oh
And I got
my
froze.
God.
I froze up. Majority of the crowd just started boo. He started rapping his shit. They they wouldn't even let him do his verse. They had to stop the show and tell people like, hey man, Raekwon's fucked up. Come on, bro, give him a break.
I mean, but did he not know he was gonna have a show? I guess
Bro,
you
he
don't
got-
know what's going on behind the scenes.
It wasn't even like 8:00 at night. This shit was like 4:00 in the afternoon, dog. Like he was already fucked up.
Damn.
But shout out to Raekwon, bro. I seen him other times. He was sober. He was cool. Not sober, but he did good. He wasn't that fucked up. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
Look,
you're right. I shouldn't judge people, but I'm there for a show.
But hey, you paid that money.
He's living that life.
It's duality out here. You know what I mean? If anything, I feel like
we
you know
gotta
what I
have
mean. Like unless your stage ain't your stage ain't floating in the air, bro. I don't think you did a good enough job. Unless you had some fucking cable wires, lift something up.
Now you're just being extra.
That's why I'm being both sides. You know what I mean? I'm being both sides.
Okay.
Because I feel you on that. I've been to people who've been upset about it. You know what I mean? I just like to play like, you know.
Yeah, and you know what? He did what he woke up.
Were people around midway. You like litten up when you like?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I would think that's what I'm saying. That energy, you know what I mean? The niggas out here like, I don't gotta do much.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And there was heck of fights at that concert.
Really?
His fans were just like
Russ fans fucking fights, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I just don't like that kind of crowd of young people. I like going to older shows just because like it's more chill. Like I've been to some of the like kid ones. And I'm just like I went to see Logic one time. It was nothing but like young ass kids. I was like, yo, I'm cool off this, homie. Like I love Logic. He's cool, but I'm like I didn't know there was a bunch of kids at this nigga show.
Yeah, there was a lot of kids at Russ's too.
Yeah,
just like,
that's what I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that either.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, the overall show was decent, but when he initially came out, I was like, this dude just woke up. His hair was like up in a horrible bun. I was like, what is he doing? Yeah, he didn't care.
I know it's turn. I'm an artist. I'm like, what is he? But so if you were going to create a festival or a concert, who are like some of the people you would 3 to 5 people you would want to like see? Dead or alive?
Oh shoot.
Dead or alive, B. You could bring them back.
So I want Rihanna there.
Oh shit, Rihanna.
Yeah, she's a bad girl. Gotta have her there.
My favorite Rihanna song is Rude Boy.
That's an old one.
Won't you give it up? Come on, Rude Boy, won't you take it up? Take it. Damn, that's my shit. Tonight I'm a I'm just kidding. Get it up, man. Get it. That's just fire.
Yeah, Rihanna, Miguel.
Okay.
You know what? I would like to have Aaliyah there.
Ooh, damn, brought Aaliyah back. 4-page letter.
We gotta have her.
4-page letter, cuz.
Don't you think they always sound hella good together?
Yeah, that's 3. You can keep it right there. That's a big budget right there. 3 of them niggas.
And Miguel will balance him out.
Yeah, there's hella girls coming into that shit. There's thoughts, girls, bitches, any type of whatever.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Your whole family.
No, man. Nah, fuck that. Nah. We don't need no kids there, bro. Nah, that's did we just say the kids at the concert?
We'll have a section for them.
Nah, I'm cool, bro. We getting, bro. When Miguel comes on, bro. No, that's a love song. So he got a good likes. I like Miguel's got some cool stuff coming out right now. I fucks
Does
with
he?
him. Yeah.
I haven't checked him
The
out.
last time, well, he had some songs with Alicia Keys. He had that one song that with Alicia Keys that just came out. You ever heard it?
How recent?
This year.
No, I don't think I've heard it.
Yeah, Alicia Keys and Miguel have a song out right now.
Look at me telling you guys I'd bring them, and then I haven't even heard this.
Bruh.
I need to hear
it's
it.
tight. It's tight as fuck. Yeah, I'll play it after. Show Me Love. It's Show Me Love, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's play it.
Maybe,
Let's
yeah.
play it. Yeah, I'm going to be listening to this all day today. And in San Diego.
Yeah, you
That's
got
the
to see.
cut.
Yeah, her album was supposed to come out already, but I think because of coronavirus and everything, like it stopped kind of like the release of how it was supposed to come out. Because I downloaded the like pre-songs, like I pre-downloaded or pre-whatever, and it was supposed to come out not that long ago. They took it off all the coming soon shit because it was supposed to come out a while ago.
That sucks.
Yeah, so we're missing out on some Alicia Keys right now. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
girl.
I love her.
She's beautiful.
So you said your bad was movies when I brought it up not too long ago.
Yep.
Yeah, so you could pick maybe someone to act your life out, maybe, because I usually pick what I say is if I was an actor I would be Brad Pitt, and one of his roles that really described me would be Burn After Reading.
see, and I haven't seen it.
Yeah, see, I've seen it once or twice. It's not that crazy, but the character of him when he was just in there and shit, like, I was like, damn, that's kind of my personality. Even though I kind of more would want to be, like, the personality of, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah. You haven't seen that one either? Quentin Tarantino, the greatest fucking...
I'm horrible with movies.
Oh my God,
I'm
you
so
are.
bad.
Okay, you don't know any, like, so what would be an actress that would, like...
God, see, I don't have a favorite actress, honestly.
Really?
No, but my favorite actor is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Any role that I've seen him in, he's just a great actor, but...
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was, he was in there. That's like one of his best roles.
I haven't seen that.
You need to watch it. It's one of the best roles I've ever seen Leo perform in.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, it was Quentin Tarantino. You haven't even noticed? Like, you're off the map, huh? What is that? So, like...
Well, for the longest time, I really wasn't watching any TV or movies.
So
like,
what do you do?
I just didn't have the patience for it.
What do you do?
This is going to sound so bad. So I like to do puzzles.
Okay.
Like 1,000-piece puzzles.
Okay.
They're really fun. Drawing, reading, dancing, singing.
Okay, but what degree and what facet? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you, like, I got it on puzzles. Like, you just do, like, you do one, like, once a month? Or you kind of just casually do one? Like, you buy them? Like, you go on, like, are you on Amazon, like, looking at crazy puzzles?
So I have been into them more because of quarantine.
Dancing? Are you doing dance classes on YouTube, nigga? Like, what's this dance? Like, you know what I mean? Or you just, like...
Okay, so, like, people sit and watch TV, right? Or they'll sit and they'll watch a movie. Well, I'm gonna, instead of doing that, I would rather be up dancing to music, singing, or drawing. I mean, it's not something that I do... I'm doing one of those things every day, let's put it that way. But lately I've been watching more TV, just not really movies. I like to watch a lot of reality shows.
Oh, which ones are you on right now?
Like 90 Day Fiancé.
My dad got me. All those kind of shows, I'm like, man, nigga, you really gonna watch this shit? This is so entertaining.
It is entertaining. I love stuff like that. I like, there's this show that I'm watching about kids who get to pick their families. They're adopted. They're like foster kids. It's called The Day I Picked My Parents. I'm also watching another one called, what's the title of it? Chasing Monsters. It's about this dude who, like, fishes, and his name is Cyril.
Fishing, though, yeah. Okay, so that's something you said that you do?
Fishing,
You like being out in nature and stuff? You're one of those type of people? What would be, like, your, like I said, I'm going camping, so, like, what's, like, a place that you like to go to, or, like, a place you plan on going to, like... That's big, and, like, how do you camp? Like, you just go somewhere, like, I'm obviously guessing somewhere, like, has a nice lake, you get to fish.
Yeah, I actually just went to Tahoe like 2 weekends ago, camped there. I go and do most of my fishing over, I can't say where, because I don't want hella people to show up.
Yeah.
But it's actually my boyfriend's friend's spot, so we go with him. But yeah, just, I don't know, where would I want to go? I can't remember the name. It's like Candy Lake or Candy something. I don't know the name of it. But it's really, really pretty. They have like the most beautiful waterfalls and like just water flowing over rocks. It's really pretty. I want to go there. I just found out about it like a week ago though. So. Yeah. But yeah, I just like to be outside really, or I love the sun. That gives me my energy, you know.
Yeah, vitamin D, cuz.
Yeah. So yeah, TV is just something I just recently, I would say, been watching more consistently. But I'm not a movie person unless it's really, really good. Yeah. Because I just get bored, or I'm like, there's something else I could be doing with my time.
Yeah. I feel you. Man, I'm totally different just because, like, I need them just because that's what, like, sparks my creativity sometimes, or at least helps me get away. Because even if I work out a bunch, my mind can still be racing. That just kind of helps it and eases it. So I need something kind of, like, to take me away an hour or two, something else I can concentrate on. So, like, that's usually how I do it. Or, like, get motivation, like, because then I'll be like, oh, let me start rapping about, like, I'm Afro Samurai because I just watched some anime, you know what I mean? And I can, you know what I mean? Like, so that's just me, like, so, like my dad, he does reality TV. I'm like, I want to watch Atlanta. And the whole time we're watching it, he's just like, nigga, what the fuck? Because by, like, this, I don't know if you don't watch it, right? Yeah, so, like, by the 6th episode, he starts doing like weird shit in these episodes, like really out there, like weird mental shit, like almost some like Twilight Zone type shit in Atlanta, and he's just like, nigga, and I'm like, I'm loving it. I'm like, yo, this is exactly how I do a show, and it just like get my mind turning and like, you know, breaking the fourth wall or third wall or whatever.
See,
like, yeah.
And that's a good point too, because like I was watching this show called Ray Donovan on Showtime. It was actually really, really good. It still is a good show, but I think I got to like the 3rd season out of 7, and I was just like, there's just one thing after another happening. It's just always something, and I'm like.
Yeah,
there's too much going on, you know, and I just lose interest. I like watching reality though, because going back to what I'm studying in school, communications, it's studying people and the way they interact, and I get a lot out of that, and so that's why I like watching real people. And even though some of that stuff is fake, I'm not watching like super crazy stuff. Like
no, it's good to know. It's good, like 90 Day Fiance. I'm like, man, how do those people survive and live?
And
like,
how do they not like? Yeah, there's a lot of questions.
How do they just, they're living, like that's a person with a tangible income and
emotions,
and they pay taxes.
Feelings.
What the fuck? Like these are the numbers and the statistics that are out there that I'm just like, oh,
this is their life.
Like, yeah, that happens. Like, okay, that's good to know. Okay, all right, I'm aware. I feel really good about myself right now and how I live my life. Jeez.
Yeah, for sure. And I love watching documentaries too. That's always fun.
Documentaries, yeah, it's tough for me on that shit, man. I don't like to learn. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm super nerdy. I love being a student. I love being in
Everyone's
school.
nerdy into what you're nerdy about. You know what I mean? Because like I get nerdy sometimes with like programs or like how to edit videos and stuff, and I'll go geek out on like, you know, things to like be able to produce those things.
Yeah.
Like if you had some cool speakers, I'm like, bro, these speakers are the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, or a microphone or some shit.
No, I feel it for sure. Everyone nerds out about something.
And yeah, the MIDI drums, I'm like, I just started kind of, so I suck.
That's
I only know how to keep like 2 beats right now.
You'll pick up quick. How long have you had it?
Like a month or 2, but like I said, like, but the one of my kick fucking is fucking messed up. So when I hit it, sometimes it's like doo-doo, or it just doesn't do anything. So it kind of fucks me up on timing wise. But I'm gonna buy a new pedal. But yeah. So what else? I don't know. We kind of covered a lot of good things. Good a time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the motivation and the energy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Thank you.
What else are you trying to like, I don't know, promote? You just like finding yourself right now? Or like there's actually something on you like, you know, put it out there to the universe, you know, a little bit.
I'm going to
like,
put this out to the universe because I did think about this. For going back to what we talked about in the beginning of just like slowing down and doing a lot of thinking, I feel this immense pressure to become something, you know, great based on my expectations of myself, but just this feeling I've had, you know, just my whole life of just having to be the best or right or good or just a leader.
Yeah.
Let's just say that as a leader.
Yeah.
I have this immense pressure to, you know, fulfill those footsteps. And with that, I am taking my time on how I present myself to the world, because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm about to be 25, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do or where I'm going to be. And we live in a delicate time where if you put something out there, it's out there.
Yeah.
You know? And I want to make sure that I take my time with it, because it's going to be important. And I want to make sure that I take my time with it so that it is valuable, so that it is important.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm not just thinking about myself and how that's going to play out in my future, but I'm thinking about my sister, her kids, my kids if I have them, my grandkids if that happens, you know, and so on, because we are not just here by ourselves. Mm-hmm. We are sharing this planet, and we do have influence, and influence is a very powerful tool, and you can use it for good or you could use it for bad. But I want to use it for good. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. I want to put love into the world and light.
Yeah. I'm just a good antagonist and troll, but I don't do that anymore. You saw me when you're like, but we could do it.
Like this fucking guy. It's okay, I accept you. We need duality.
Yeah, duality, bro. We need, there's no
balance.
Yeah, good and evil. But no, because I actually have a degree in communications, so I had a lot of ethics classes and stuff. And like you do experiments in classes and stuff like that, and you learn about people's perspective, especially when I was living in like Kentucky, Indiana area and everything. So just looking at people's viewpoints and stuff, and also people being surprised by certain people's decisions, like, you know, is at certain times in particular, and things on how certain ideals are they're not as sturdy as you think, depending on what kind of legs you cut from under it and what you stand on, what's the foundation of it. So it's just like sometimes I like just throwing a wrench into someone's thing, because like, you know, when you try to say something politically correct, I'm like, you know, if you take something away from someone to answer something back politically correct, it could be very frustrating, difficult, you know what I mean? Because you have to say it some type of right away, you know what I mean? So like when you don't, like
someone's offended.
Yeah, someone, okay, but if you don't care, then you could just say
what you want.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like funny, you know what I mean? Like so like when I look at that, sometimes in my mind I have to hold myself back of saying, like, because I think about the same thing, like, you know what I mean? It's not that I care so much what people think, but I want to be able to artistically put it, my idea through their head without antagonizing them and get it through them, you know what I mean? So if I'm saying something that can offend them or hurt them, and I'm not doing it intentionally, you know what I mean, then I need to look at how I'm presenting it so people are getting it the right way I want it to be perceived, you know what I mean?
Right. And I mean, at the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody who's offended. Like, and that's something we have to hold ourselves accountable on the other end as somebody who might be offended. Like, whatever, like, you're not... Check yourself. Do you really need to be offended? Do you really need to take it personally? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because everyone does have a different perspective. Everyone has a different experience. They're coming from a different angle, and it's just about understanding theirs and meeting in the middle, you know? And I feel like there's a middle ground for every difference if you have the patience to have the conversations that you need to have.
Yeah, it's big to have these conversations. But that's also when you have those conversations, at least when I have, that's some of the most progress in everybody's lives and like experience in life, you know what I mean? It's just being able to have those long conversations and understanding other people, you know?
Yeah, because it validates your experience, or it helps you grow into a new one. And that's another thing, like, I don't necessarily know exactly where I'm going right now, but I know that I'm doing things right and from what I know and what I understand, and that my intention is always good at heart. And I believe that's going to lead me to the opportunity that I'm going to run with.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking my time with that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what it was when they say when preparation meets opportunity. What is that? Success. Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. So like just like that's the same thing with like how I said like with making music or something. Like just keep making it, and then when it's right and put it out, it's gonna all come together. You know, eventually. So like I like how you said that, and it's also with this conversation that we had. I hope not only do we grow, but also the people who hear it. You know what I mean? Grow as well. Anything else you want to say to the people before we leave? Thank you again. This was an awesome conversation.
Yes.
I'd love to have you on again some other time, you know, with some time, and that'd be great. The last little 20 of them or whatever. But anything.
No, I appreciate everything that you said and having me here. It's been genuine, and I appreciate that.
It was fun. It was great.
Hell yeah. So, I mean, follow my journey wherever the hell I'm going. You're coming with me. At A Talking Margarita, same thing for my YouTube. I am going to eventually put content back on there. I have a feeling I'm coming into more of my spiritual self, and I think that might be where I'm gonna end up going. But if not, just stay tuned, because I'm taking my time, and we need to have patience. We got a lot of things we got to work on. We got a lot of things we got to sort through, and I just
can't change the world unless we change ourselves.
Yeah, it really does start. It starts with us. It does.
Yeah, for sure.
And helping other people. That's so important. We need to be more open to. This is what I say. When someone asks me for something, I have to give. maybe I can't give what they're asking me, but I can give something.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a conversation, a day, a meal, money, water, whatever I can give, I'm going to give them something. Compassion, love, something, you know? And that's another thing. It's okay if someone asks you for something and you can't give it to them, but you can still give them something that's genuine and from your heart.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could go on about that stuff all day, but I just want to end it with that and just, you know, love all
Stay
the time.
tuned for the next podcast because Margarita's got more shit to say. But thank you again, and on that note, blow!
Bye, guys.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Hey.
That was dope.
That's what's up. Yeah, that was cool. That was definitely cool enough too to want to do another one too.
Hell yeah.
Let me see.
And maybe we can focus more on like specific